Welcome back, guys, to World of Autoloaders. I mean, World of Tanks. Where damage per minute rules, unless you have great burst damage. Actually, it's not damage. It's dollars per minute that rules. But is burst damage more important than damage per minute? We will clarify all these things in this video as we look at the new Tier 8 British tank destroyer that looks like a medium tank, plays like a medium tank, drives like a medium tank, has a turret like a medium tank, but is a tank destroyer that has the amazing autoloader 4-shot clip, 4 shots that do 320 damage each with 2 seconds between shots. 226 pen, but if you dab the 2 key, you have 331 pen? 4 shots? Are you kidding? Well, it's not as great as it sounds, because after you take your 4 shots, it takes you 6 seconds to take those 4 shots after you fire the first one. You gotta wait for 45 freaking seconds to be able to do it again. I only played a couple of games in this thing. I'm going to show you this pretty much a typical game. Look, I've finally loaded and I can do this. 1, 2. Now that's a counterpart on the enemy team playing this GSOR 1008. He was foolish enough to press the W key and move. And he paid for his stupidity. What do I think about this thing? What do I think? I actually like it. I think it's... Let's set the record straight just as before we start the video here. It's not overpowered. It's not going to break the game. It's balanced in my opinion. It is going to be very situational, but when you get in the right situation, it's going to be devastating. And on the other hand, it's also really, really frustrating. So let me explain the frustrating part first, because I'm just a cynical guy. Let's do some math here, guys. Think about this, okay? And then you decide whether you want to play a tank like this. You start the game. Let's talk about the cycle of how the tank works. And I know with crew skills and equipment, the numbers can get a little better than this, but let's just go off the published numbers, okay? 45 seconds. You start the game. You wait 45 seconds for your gun to load the clip. Then you're ready to shoot. You pull the trigger. If there's targets, you shoot. Boom, 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 boom. You take 4 shots. That takes you 6 seconds. And then you start the cycle again. So let's just do the math there, okay? 45 seconds to load, then 6 seconds to shoot. That's 51 seconds for the full cycle. If it's a target-rich environment, you take your 4 shots, then you're on the reload again, and you do it again. 45 seconds to load, and then you take another 6 seconds to shoot. If you have so many targets that you don't have to wait at all, and you're just firing your gun. Every time you're reloaded, you're shooting, and you empty your clip immediately after you reload. That would be like the dream come true game, right? As soon as you're loaded, you take your 4 shots, and boom, you're on a reload again. As soon as you're loaded, you take your 4... If you get a game where you have so many targets that you're shooting your gun as fast as you possibly can, this is the math. The cycle is 51 seconds, of which 6 seconds you are actively playing and shooting. That means you are actually participating in the game for 12% of that cycle. 6 seconds is 12% of 51 seconds. If you have the best possible DPM that is mathematically possible with this tank, you are reloading for 88% of the game. There, does that sound fun? That's all you need to know about this tank. Oh, wait a minute. It has really good gun depression. Think about that, guys. Think about that. And this game is almost like that. I'm showing you this game because it's almost like that. Okay, I'm reloaded. 1, 2. Now, this is the thing now. Do you go for a reload? Do you go for a reload now? This tank when you have bad luck or RNG says no, or the target isn't there, or you have to wait, it's going to be really frustrating, because if you take 1 or 2 or 3 shots, you're wondering, should I reload now? Should I wait? And if you just look at the math, the absolute best scenario, the best scenario, guys, this is math. Math does not lie. If the game starts, you load for 45 seconds, and then there's a target there. You shoot your 4 shots. Then you reload. As soon as you're reloaded, there's another target. You take your 4 shots. Under the best scenario, you are reloading for 88% of the game. Yeah, I can't shoot. I'm reloading. I can't shoot. There's nowhere I can go in this game. This game is not a victory. 1, 2. I mean, it is devastating. I mean, look at this, right? 3 and 4. That's the best I can do. I almost shot my gun in that game. Every time I was reloaded, I shot. I was reloading the whole fucking game, right? I'm dead. I know. It ended up being a loss. Let's have a quick look at the post-game stats, and then I'll show you another game here. So I did tank sniper. I did almost 4,000 damage, but you're kind of at the mercy of your team when you're in a tank that is reloading 88% of the game. That's the best scenario, which means most of the time you are waiting to reload a lot longer. No, actually, most of the time you'll be loaded but with no targets to shoot. I stand corrected. This is going to be a more typical game. I've only played about 4 or 5 or 6 games, so I don't have the ace tanker game where every time my gun was loaded, I got to take 4 shots, and the first shot was a tracking shot, so I got tracking assist, and I did a lot of spotting and a few ammo racks in there, 7,000 damage. I don't have that game to show you. This is going to be the more typical game, and I think this was the first game I played, and I'm thinking, oh, there's a target, and I quickly realized, holy shit, wait, I can't shoot him yet. I have to wait 45 seconds. That little scout, I thought, oh, I could take a shot there. No, I can't. Look, I'm not even reloaded yet. And I had to run here. And, okay, now I'm reloaded. I think my total reload time is a little faster than 45 seconds because I've got a really good crew, and I've got some equipment, vents and food and all sorts of stuff, right? You can get that down. The 45 seconds is the published one. I think you can get it down to 40, maybe 41. I'm not exactly sure, but it's still a long time. So you end up in situations where you take a couple of shots, and then you wonder, there's no more targets, and you wonder, do I reload now or do I wait? And the dilemma is always, let's say you take 2 shots, and then you go, okay, I've got 2 shots now. I got 320 alpha, so that's 640. I have 640 potential alpha now. What if a target shows up that has 800 HP? Now I'm going to take my 2 shots, and then I'm dead unless there's cover. So you're always thinking in the back of your mind, I'd really like to have 4 shots, right? So if you're taking 1 shot at a time, like I am at the beginning of this game, you're always wondering, after I take the next shot, do I go for a reload? And there's gonna be a lot of luck. There's gonna be a lot of luck involved here. That if you, like in the first game we watched, if you get a target that's in the open, and you can go boom, 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 let's go back to my room, then that's great. But if there's a target that pokes out and you take 1 shot, you hit him, then you wait. There's another target, you take 1 shot, you hit him. And then there's no one spotted, and you're looking at the map, and your team is not really in a position to spot, and you're wondering, then do you go for the reload, or do you wait? And in the 4 or 5 games I've played, I've always made the wrong choice. I can say, okay, I'll go for the reload. And I start reloading, and 10 seconds into my reload, bleep, bleep, 2 enemies appear. A guy appears that has 400 HP that I could have taken out with my 2 shots, and I'm on a reload. And I wait, 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 and then by the time my gun's loaded, they're gone. So it's like you're constantly playing ammo racked. As you can see, the aim time is, I don't know what. Guys, if you want to know what the stats are, go to the World of Tanks, Tankopedia, and it'll give you all the numbers. I don't know what the published aim time is on this, but it takes a long time to aim. I found once you're fully aimed, the gun is very accurate. But on the move, or while you're moving your turret, or it takes a long time to settle down. The soft stats are not that great. All right. This is the typical game. What do we do now? Well, we wait, right? I've got 3 shots. I've only taken 1. I'm not being very aggressive. And if you're playing a medium, if I was playing a medium tank, I might try to go along the water there and poke up right around where that SU-130 PM is. Like there he is. And you see now I don't have a shot because I'm a muppet because I left my position. I might want to poke there with a medium tank. And I know you're going to see a game probably on YouTube one day where this tank moves up like a medium tank and pokes there and spots everyone and you know, gets into a really good position and fires the 4 shots and takes out the SU 130 PM, and then no one shoots you and you wait 45 seconds and you reload. But let me tell you, for every time you're going to see that, you're going to see, well, you won't see it, but there'll be 100 games where you've moved up with this tank aggressively to an aggressive spot, you poke, and you take your 2 or 3 shots, and then the enemy knows, oh, well, he's helpless for 45 seconds, and someone YOLOs you and kills you. Now I'm spotted, which is not good. I take one up the ass, and I'm reloading. I'm doing everything wrong here, and I know where there's a... I think I'm getting spotted by that magic bush. But anyways, I gotta reload. Whoa! Almost got hit by artillery there. We are losing 3-9, and I've done absolutely nothing except take 1 shot and reload. Outspotted, outplayed. The enemies obviously have someone that's doing some very good detecting, and now I've moved into this bush. Let's take... Now, see, now I'm loaded. I'm devastating. 1, 2. Beautiful, right? That's what you can do. And now I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I reload? I know I'm going to probably bounce that shot. What do I do? What do you do now? Do you reload, or do you take your 2 shots, or do you wait? This is the decision point, right? What do you do? What would you do now? I go for the reload because I said, well, if someone shows up, I want to be able to... Like, if a guy shows up with 1,000 HP, I can't kill him with 2 shots, so I'll go for the reload. That was my decision, okay? So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. One of my teammates has just exploded. That's not good. It's okay. I'm reloading. I'm half reloaded. I made the right decision, didn't I? Because if someone shows up with 1,000 HP, I will be able to kill him once I'm fully loaded here. No problem. Just waiting. This is the 88% of the game that I'm reloading. No problem. You see that? Oh, I'd like to be able to shoot him, but I'm not ready. 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 Oh. Okay. Well, good. Good, good. Now I'm devastating again. I've got 4 shots. This is beautiful. 1. We just dinged him. 2. Someone on my team shot him first, and I didn't get the damn. Now, what do? Do you go for the... I'm going for the reload. It worked the first time. I'll do it again. Because if someone shows up with 1,000 HP, I need to be able to kill him. All right, come on. Oops! Someone showed up with... someone showed up that I only need 2 shots to kill. I guess I shouldn't have reloaded. This is the excruciating part of this tank. See, I screwed up. But how did I know? I didn't know. And if I didn't reload, I'd only have 2 shots. I would have killed this guy and then been on a reload. So maybe this was the best thing. Now I can kill him with 1 shot. And oh. So what do I do now? Reload? This is, guys, you're not watching Unicom gameplay. You're not watching textbook amazing wow, I wish I could have a game like that. That's not what the point of this video is. The point of this video is to show you the 2 extremes, right? The first game was every time my gun reloaded, I'm ready to shoot. And I take my 4 shots, and in that first game, I was reloading 88% of the game. In this game, I'm just like, every choice was the wrong choice. Go for the reload, and then there's a target with 300 HP. Like, if I just didn't, I could have killed the Progetto and taken another shot at someone else. It's just, you don't know. It's just, there's no right or wrong answer. Do you reload? Do you not reload? It's just, there's going to be a lot of luck involved in playing this tank. And the best games you're going to see are the ones where as soon as you're loaded, you get to take your 4 shots, remain undetected, all 4 shots penetrate, and then while you're on your 45-second reload, you can use your speed and maneuverability to move around the map to get into whatever position you think is the best, so that as soon as you're loaded again, you can, from cover or poke a ridgeline because you got great gun depression or whatever, and quickly take 4 more shots and then repeat, right? That's what you want to do. That's the best. Poking and just taking 1 shot and then waiting for another target and taking 1 shot is going to be the frustrating thing that happens with this tank. Because after you take 1 or 2 and then you have to, you're always going to be asking yourself, to reload or not to reload? That is the question. Is it better to suffer the... Now, one thing that... This has been a excruciating game. This was, I think, the first game I played, and I thought, holy shit, this thing's going to be excruciating. But it can do this. Watch. It can do this. If you survive till the end of the game, and I'm not saying that I played this game great or anything like that. I just happened to, for whatever reason, still be alive. Near the end of the game, it's 3-3. If you can still be alive at the end of the game, and you carefully aim, you can do stuff like this. See, this is the strength, right? 1, 2, 3, and almost, I would have killed him, except he got into cover. That's what it's all about, right? And I'll go for the reload. And I'll wait for it, I'll go sit in a bush and jerk off for 45 seconds. But I make a mistake here. I'm reloading. This is what you should think of. When you're on the reload, think about where you should go, so that when you're loaded, you're the most effective. And I'm just sitting here in this bush. I should probably be moving somewhere, right? So that when I'm ready to fire, I'm ready. I don't waste more time than relocating. So I kind of screwed up. And like I said, this is the first game, not really knowing what to do. I should right now that my gun is loaded, I've had 45 seconds to move around the battlefield safely to, show up somewhere where I'm needed. But I didn't do that. So do I like this thing? Yeah, I kind of like it because you have to really think when you're playing it. It's certainly not overpowered, but you're going to see a lot of overpowered results. When the stars align, it's going to be fantastic. When you're in a tier 10 game, on a map that doesn't have a lot of cover, or one of those small maps where everyone's detected, or with wheeled vehicles driving around, you're going to hate it. You're going to get killed while you're on a reload. On an open map with lots of EBRs, or on a really postage on mines or something like that. Now look at this. I'm respecting the reload of my teammate, another GSOR, who says I got 23 seconds. Because if I just rush in now, there. Okay, now he's pretty much reloaded. Let's just take this guy out. Now this was a boring game. But I think 90% of your games are going to be like this with this tank. Oh, the other thing that I have to mention, and once again, Wargaming does it, the crew. If you've gone down any of the British TD lines, you have these tanks with 4, 5, 6 crew members. So of course this tank has 3 crew members. 3. Not compatible with any of the British TD lines. Of course, thank you Wargaming, because they want you to start a new crew and spend a lot of credits to train the crew, buy crew books, move a crew from a different line, spend gold, retrain. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So what did I do? This tank is compatible with the crews of the British light tanks that have 3 crew members. I put my tier 9 British light tank crew in this and retrained them, because who the fuck wants to play the British lights? And it's just another, it's kind of that nickel and diming. Let's put a tank out there where they'll have to spend a lot of resources to get the crew ready. Because I don't think there's going to be a new British line that has 3 crew members, unless they come out with a new line that fits this crew configuration. And do I get the kill? See that? 1.8 second aim time? Yeah, my ass. Anyways, that's my no BS. You can call it a review. Kind of a shit, boring game, but look at all those GSORs. The guy on top did pretty good there with almost 4,000 damage, 6 kills. He had a good game. It makes credits, blah, blah, blah. We're saving the best till last. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the Bisonte. Oh, that one's going to be fun.